Hello, beautiful people. It's your girl Agnes back again with another video. So after we did that whole week of me just showing y'all my day-to-day in this segment I have, Discovering Me with Aggy, I wanted to give y'all just a video that gives you a little bit more uncovering on who I am as an individual, where did I come from, and how did I get my beliefs into motion. So yeah, I'll be answering a few questions, and if I did forget some, feel free to comment them, whatever I forgot. And hopefully this video brings more clarity, more depth on who Agnes is. So I was born in America. However, I have immigrant parents and immigrant grandparents. I grew up in a small town in New Jersey. Name is Bloomfield. And when I was around about like my second year of middle school, I moved to another town, Florham Park in New Jersey. And it was a very big contrast. It was two different towns, black and white. Although Bloomfield is what I would call, it's like a small town, but it has a lot of people. But New Jersey is a pretty densely packed state, so it has a lot of people in it. So I would say Bloomfield, if you want to go by the stats, it's about, majority white, however, but it's more diverse. You're more able to see people who looks like me, because I'm talking about me. So I was able to see more people of my color, more African Americans, more Haitians, more Jamaicans. It was a whole bunch of mix. But then on the other hand, it wasn't predominantly like it was in an inner city school. So we had, our fair share of white people as well, and Asians and Latinos and Spanish, So it was a great mix, and I loved it. Like, there's nothing I loved more than growing up with that mixture. So when I found out I was moving to another school, I was in 7th grade. I literally protested. I didn't want to do it. I stayed to the longest bit that I can because I just didn't want to move. And then basically the last couple weeks of summer, the last month of summer, my mom was like, okay, funds up, we're moving. So I packed my bags finally. I was the last one to leave out of my grandma's house, and then I moved. So fast forward, or no, let's stay right there when I moved. I moved knowing I was moving to a predominantly white town, and I just wasn't the happiest about that. I'm not happy about, I don't think it was the differentness. I just like that I was born and raised in one town my whole life. So I was comfortable. I was very comfortable. You really couldn't tell me nothing because, hey, this is my town. However, now I don't have that advantage. I don't have the home field advantage. So it was much different going to Florham Park. So that is a whole nother story time in itself, that there's so many obstacles, challenges that went down there, and we'll get to it, I'm sure, but not at this moment. So basically, I'm Haitian American. All that to say, where I'm from. My grandma, she's born and raised in Haiti. She traveled a lot, which I love my grandma's story. And my mom was actually born in Italy. However, she was raised in Haiti. My grandma had 3 kids in Italy. And my dad, born and raised in Haiti. And somehow, some way, we are in New Jersey, which I thank God for. So that's a little bit about where I'm from, my cultural background, my heritage. So I would consider myself Haitian American, and I wouldn't negate that American side because I did not grow up like a traditional Haitian daughter, which again, hallelujah for. But there is some downsides to that because I don't speak the best Creole, which I wish I did, but it wasn't taught to me. And there's other cultural, submersion that I feel like I'm missing. I wish I had more of the Haitian culture in me. However, I have enough. I could get by, but not enough because I do wish there was more. Right, y'all. So this is a fun fact about me from my childhood. I started crocheting when I was in the 4th grade. There was an announcement, hey, we're doing a crochet club. And I don't know, I've always been great with my hands, arts and crafts. I used to do the lanyards, make bracelets. I built like a dollhouse out of a cardboard box. Like I was always good with crafting in my hands. I'd do my hair, do my doll's hair, do my aunt's hair. Like I just loved braiding. So yeah, I was very good at my hands. So when I heard like, oh, we're doing a crochet club, we're teaching kids how to crochet, I was like, ooh, that piques my interest. So then I did it, I signed up, and how I continued on the journey with crocheting is, don't tell no one, y'all, but I took a hook and then a ball of yarn that they gave us, but I just went on YouTube and got it all learned down packed. Like I did flowers, I did headbands, I did bows. I think in one of my school pictures, I have like a crochet bow that I made, a pink little crochet bow. Bracelets, like little things, you know? And then like I would put it down, pick it up, put it down, pick it up. And each time I would pick it up, I'll just go more and more. Like I just finished a crochet blanket that I'm about to show you guys 1 second. So here is the blanket that I just finished crocheting. This is for one of my baby cousins. I hope she loves it. So yeah, y'all, I would kind of consider myself an avid crocheter. This next question is what inspired me to create content. And y'all, from as long as I can remember, I kind of wanted to vlog. When can I pinpoint it? I don't know, like middle school years, 7th grade, but like y'all, I was very subconscious. I had low self-esteem at one point. So I kind of just didn't like the way I looked on camera, period. But I even grew out of that, and I grew out of that by forcing myself to fake vlog, like during high school. During high school, I always had like the phone up, like, hey y'all, come say hi to my vlog. And like I have the videos on my Snapchat. Like, hey y'all, it's a vlog. I might insert one of them. Like I was always having a fake little vlog going on because I just always had this desire to like, I could content create. But that was before it was even like all content creating. Like I feel like nowadays that is like, you know, you say content create, everyone knows what it is. Back in the day too, but I'm a YouTuber. It wasn't like content creating, so I make videos for YouTube. So I've always seen like that as an option for myself. And the desire got more and more as I went to high school, then I went to college, and then recently, I went to college only for 1 year, y'all. And then recently, I was like, you know what? I'm done just, I could do that. I'm done saying that. I'm just gonna do it. So here we are now with me creating and publishing videos. A lot of my videos are faith focused because I feel like my faith has honestly, that's been my strive to what's keeping me going, to my motivation at times, because I do not have kids, you guys, and I know it's easier like to have motivation when you have someone like, oh, I do this for my kids. No, I don't have that. I can't say I do this for my kids. No, I do this for the great plan that God has for me and has in store for me, and I know he put me on this earth for a purpose, and I actually look forward to fulfilling the purpose one step at a time, one day at a time. And just while I discover myself a little more and more, like I know my strength and I know my weaknesses. Before, I was very impatient, like very, there's certain things that God had to do in my life to slow me down a bit. And now that he has, it's like I could see through other people, I could see what the issue is. However, it's not for me to, judge someone else, especially if I was in that predicament before. It's just for me to just keep learning, keep growing, and hopefully I could lead by example in a way. And honestly, I've been through very low lows. Like I've hit the bottom, y'all, at an early point in my life, and I give praise to God for it being so early too, because I have more room to see, I didn't have a lot to lose at that point, and I have more room to see, where I did wrong, and with age comes wisdom, and I'm still young now, so it's like I can only imagine how much wiser, how much more mature, how much better I'll be when I'm 30, 40, 50 years old, you know? So I hit rock bottom, and the only person who could help me was Jesus Christ. And I called on him, and he answered quite immediately. And he pulled me out of some hard times, some stressful times. He knows when there's a lot on my plate, and he will never give me nothing I can't carry or handle. However, when life just started lifing, Jesus Christ was there. And it's when I was alone, Jesus was there. When I just, was looking for things in all the wrong places, like love and companionship, I was negating my faith and God and Jesus. I was literally just spiraling down. However, when I was looking for those things and I had God in my life and Jesus Christ as my Savior and Lord, the spiral started going up. So yes, my faith is very, very important to me, and I these days just hunger and thirst for it to grow more. Like, I want to know more of God and who he is, and just more. Like, I am constantly watching Bible studies on YouTube, reading the Bible, reading my Bible on my phone when I have downtime, just thinking about like my blessings. I count my blessings often to keep myself grounded, and go to church. I look forward to church every Sunday. Today is Wednesday, youth group. I look forward to volunteering at youth group tonight. The thirsting after God, I believe, is just infinite. There's never an end. There's never a wall there. You can never know too much about Lord Christ, your Savior. Even when it comes to reading the Bible, you can read the Bible in one season of your life, and wow, yes, it impact you. However, you read the whole Bible again in another season of your life, you're reading things differently, you are seeing things differently, and then it's applying differently to your life. So I really love the book of the Bible. It's very cool to me. And yeah, that's a little bit about my faith. Maybe one day I'll go into my full testimony on how I came to know Christ. Christ has kind of always been, not kind of, like definitely, God first chooses you. And then, I loved him because he loved me first. But there's been times where, I strayed away from God, and there's been times where I ignored God, and I'm not the proudest of it. However, that's just my life and the cards I was dealt. But now, as I'm an adult, I choose to step in a more righteous path. The next question is, what challenges did I face in my journey? Ooh, they started very early on. When I was in kindergarten, was it when I was in kindergarten or first grade? One of those. Like, I came home from school one day, my mom was going to the hospital, and at the time I could not go see her in the hospital, so that period of time was hard for me, and it was kind of reoccurring. I had an inconsistent father growing up, so he wasn't absent. However, I felt like the inconsistency kind of hurt a little more. It caused confusion, like way more confusion and turmoil. So I had to deal with that, which I did, thankfully get through that. And I'm still working on the mommy issues though, y'all. But with Christ's help, I believe it will be resolved, because God has not lost one patient, not one patient. So I keep my faith strong and knowing that, God's will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So yeah, the hospitalizations, and I had a depressive state in my life when I was about 16 to like 19. A very depressive state, which landed me in a hospital a couple times. Depression, anxiety landed me in the hospital a couple times because I just reached my breaking point, and I popped. So yeah, I'm not gonna say, the hospital trips were like, how can I put this where it's not like if you need help, go get the help. The hospital did not help me. It was literally God. And the void that I was trying to fill with the world, whether it be chasing outside, chasing smoking, chasing drinking, chasing friends, chasing, things of the world, staying up to date with the latest everything, chasing the world. I was trying to fill a void inside me with those things, and however, it didn't work. But when I leaned more on God and leaned more on my Savior, Jesus Christ, I started to feel a-okay. Not gonna say the days were good all the time. No, I still had sad days. I still had confused days. I still had, days of what do I do next? However, I could handle them, and they weren't tearing me down as they did previously. So the next question is, what keeps me motivated? And y'all, I actually do have this written down because it was my question that my therapist gave me. She was like, what motivates you? And I was just like, I don't know. Like, y'all, there'll be some days where I just don't want to get up at all. But I did write a list of motivators, and I did like my list of motivators that I did come up with. So for this, and this was right March 4th that I wrote this out. I think this was the day I started making my YouTube videos. So I said, a grand future, that motivates me, like striving towards something, getting myself out of something, like, striving towards something grand, beautiful, and making a mark, a lasting mark, a helping mark, and getting the victory that is already won, because God already won the battle. So, but however, now it's getting to there. And then being blessed enough to make an impact and help others. So basically what I said in the first one, but with the help others aspect, like I just want to make a difference, a change. Like, y'all, there's so many issues, and I'll get into this after I finish this list. It's only 2 more. Being my best self also motivates me, because y'all, I am only human. There's times where, OMG, this flesh get the best of me, and I do not show up as my best self. However, I do want to consciously, actively just try to strive to be better each and every day, even if it's 1% better, which I think that's all you have to do to see a big difference, just be 1% better. And y'all, like last year, I lost a lot of weight, like 70 pounds of weight. One day I could do a weight transfer, like a transformation video, but I lost a lot of weight, and literally I could accredit it to the 1% better theory. That's how I lost my weight and shutted it off and kept it off. 1% better. So I didn't just do like a trend, a fad. No, I literally changed habits, added habits, deleted habits, every day, mastered those things, and then went on to the next. And then that created a snowball effect, and here you have the me that's in front of you. And then the last one, my list of motivators is God finds me worthy. Like, that motivates me so much. Like, if God finds me worthy, like, wow, that just truly before he even knew me, Jesus Christ knew he was going to die for my sins, your sins, all of our sins and our transgressions, because he found us that worthy and that lovable, and he loves us. So that motivates me highly. And I think I said I was going to say something after that list. Hold on, let me see. All right, I retrieved it. It was the issues that I find with the world, and it's the homelessness, the number of people who are homeless, the number of people who are hungry. That bothers me so much, so much. And in my ideal, it can't always be ideal, but there's so many practical ways that we could make an effective change to those issues, such as the abandoned buildings being changed to, a housing facility. And everyone deserves a place to lay their head at safely, and everyone deserves a meal in their belly, especially the kids. And especially that one story of like the mother in Detroit, her 2 kids froze to death outside this past winter. And that's when the town stepped in and gave her a house for life. It took 2 kids dying to do that. Like, I'm getting goosebumps already. Like, wow, it took 2 kids. Like, wow, no, that didn't need to happen. We need something set up, a structure set up that can house the homeless. give them the bare minimum at least. Oodles and noodles, like, and people, I think people deserve more than just the bare minimum, more than just oodles and noodles. I believe poor people deserve fruits and vegetables too, and not at an outrageously high price. And I believe they deserve their fair portion of protein and dairy and grains and all the food groups on that my plate or whatever. So that bothers me. And also, I want more peace in the world. When I used to hear the Miss America speeches and they be like, I want more world peace, I'm like, yeah, why can't we have that? And then I would also hear people mock it. I'm like, why is it being mocked and why are we not striving towards it? But during these times, it's getting bad, it's getting rough, and I really do pray for more peace in the world and more unity and more community, because we are not meant to be these self-seeking individuals as we are growing to be in this day and age. It's so much selfishness, so much greed, so much greed. There is so much greed going on. And yeah, so there's those issues. Those are my main three: homelessness, hunger, and world peace, that I just have such a big issue with the world. And with hope and faith, I believe one step at a time, a change could be made, a real change could be made. All right, y'all, so these are my favorites, my favorite food. Ooh, this is hard. There's so many good ones. I like steak. A good steak is good. Or a good fried chicken is also good. Or, yeah. So with the food, I'm gonna go favorite dessert, because I do have an all-time favorite dessert, and that is a tres leche cake. And I make a good tres leche cake, like so good. And I'm gonna make one for my uncle and brother and uncle's girlfriend birthday celebration. So I might just take y'all along on that process, but I don't want to give out my secret ingredients, so I don't know. We'll see. But I do make a good tres leche cake. And what's my favorite music, y'all? That one is, I'm still working that out, because I stopped listening to secular music, say about like a month ago. My favorite music, I would have to say, I like emotional music, like music that gets an emotional rise out of a person. But even when it was like secular music, I still liked emotional music. Like, I like to hear the pain in these artists' voice, or like even if it's happiness, pure joy, I need to hear it. I don't like just regular, like just music just to be put out there. Like, you know how Cardi B says like she won't have her kids listening to her music? Like, I don't like that. Like, why are you just putting music out there? I like things that people are proud of. So yeah. And favorite movie, y'all, my favorite movie is Shrek growing up. But that was growing up, and I like that movie so much that I used to watch it on replay and then might rewind it and then watch it on replay. This was back when like the DVDs and stuff was in. So then like you literally watch it, rewind, and then play it all over again. So that actually took up a lot of time for me watching any other movies, because I tell people all the time I'm so bad with movies because all I used to watch was Shrek. And I would say besides Shrek, my favorite movie would be, I like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I recently watched it with my sister, and I remembered, yeah, I did like that movie, and it's a good movie to be liked. And I also like Matilda. Matilda's also a great movie. And then favorite hobby, my favorite hobbies would be crocheting, yoga, walking in nature. I love those things. Those things fulfill me, makes me content. Like when I finish a crochet project, I'm like, look who did that bad boy. Or what else did I say? Yoga. I like yoga because I like movement, and I like, you know, I like the mindfulness of the body. And then that would be the same thing that applies for my walks in nature. I like mindfulness, and then I literally, nature is, there's always something to marvel at in nature. So that's why I do like my walks in nature. The next little topic is weird habits or pet peeves. A weird habit that I would say I have, I can't say my weird habit. I don't know. I've been told I snore, but I'm denying that. Deny. And I'm very like impromptu, especially at work. I kind of just say what's on a dome and it just comes out. And the person wants to carry it, then so be it. The person just lets it go into the wind, it goes into the wind. So I would say that's a weird habit, even though it's not too weird. I'm kind of a free spirit. And a pet peeve that I hate the sound of vents, like the bathroom vent fan and the oven vent. I don't like that sound. Or the microwave vent when you put it on. I don't like that constant, I don't like that sound. It really peeves me. Like, I remember when I lived in my mom's house, and then the bathroom vent would be on because there's no window in that bathroom, and I would literally have to get up out of my room and like turn it off because like that constant sound really, it peeved me. Do I have any hidden talents is the next one. On a good day I could sing, and I'm very, I could see and sense emotions, and very good like psychologically wise. I'm very good with those things, which is why I did a year in psychology, but I didn't continue because I just didn't see that being my career. Like the career fields that I was presented with that major, I wasn't going for it. I more so wanted the more knowledge to help me, myself, and help those around me. But to be someone else's therapist or to do the research, I don't know. Maybe I could do research work. You know, I wouldn't mind doing that because in a way it's just expanding my knowledge. But I wouldn't want to just lock myself into that. So that's why I decided not to continue on with that degree. The next one is, what's the biggest lesson you've learned in life? And the biggest lesson I've personally learned in life is you got to be your own friend. And I wish someone would have told me that at such a young age. That girl, like, I think I knew it innately, but I wasn't told it. So I would do a lot of things by myself. However, I just still felt very alone sometimes, misunderstood, lonely. But you gotta be there for yourself. Because when you think about it, everyone else is doing their own thing, focusing on their own lives. So you gotta be your own biggest cheerleader. You gotta be your own confidant. You gotta be your own person you could like say something to and then sit there with it and be, you know, play the second person, you know, not saying go crazy and, you know, but you gotta sometimes like say, oh, think about it this way, you know, or you can think about it this way. You can't just be stubborn in one way because, oh, I decide this is what's going on, so it's going on. No, you gotta be the person you can bounce back ideas off of and just be the person who sees you even if you feel unseen. You gotta see yourself and literally be your own friend. Like, life got way better once I was like, all right, I'll be my own friend. You know, it really truly did. And it's more content and more fulfilling. And the next question is, what advice would you give to your younger self? And the advice I would give to my younger self is what I just said. However, let's change it up. Stay true to yourself. Because I remember when I was younger, my New Year's resolution, I could say this all the time. I just want to be my own person. And because I would know that I am conforming to groups and conforming to the other kids just to, you know, have a group to say, oh, these are my friends, you know. But I've always known, like, girl, you are conforming. I wish I could have just stayed true to myself. So my advice that I'll give to my younger self is just be you and be boldly you, you know. It's okay. Whoever likes it, and whoever don't, do not. It clears the space, actually. If you don't like it, all right. More space for me and mine, you know? So, and where do I see myself in 5 to 10 years? So in 5 to 10 years, I'll be 27 to 32. I see myself actually making a change, like the best way I can as a human being. Just really, I would see myself giving out more food to the homeless and giving out more comfort to people, more conversations, more of my time, more of my energy. And eventually making a whole outreach program. Maybe we could have a building to do it out of, but then again, I would want to do most of the work outside of the building, like actually reach people. So yes, and then 27 to 32, I think that's perfect time. Like 32, that's perfect time to start having kids. So maybe 30. So I'll be like raising kids at that point, and yeah, like truly molding great human beings and loving and nurturing on the little human beings that I will call mine. So yes. All right, and this last section is a this or that type of thing, and I'll be quick with it. And because I'm not going to think too much, because if I'm thinking too much about it, then, you know, I just want to go with my heart is pulling to. So the first one is coffee or tea. I'm going with tea these days. I love tea. I love the benefits of tea. Tea is really my pleasure. I used to drink a lot of coffee and have a lot of caffeine in me. However, I wouldn't say there was a pleasure to the coffee. Tea is really my pleasure these days. Reading or audiobook. Reading. Audiobooks and stuff doesn't really stick with me. I've been doing it to read my Bible in a year and reading along right besides with it, and it helps me with the Bible because the Bible is, you know, harder language and it's not as digestible, so it helps me to hear it and read along with my eyes as well. And then on top of that, I go and watch a YouTube video on a Bible study on what I just read. That's how much I have to digest the Bible. Pancakes or waffles. Waffles, that's a hard one. That is truly a hard one. I think I picked waffles because it's more it reminds me of like nostalgic. It's more nostalgic to me. Staycation or vacation. Vacation. Let's go see the world. I truly want to travel and see the world. Morning person or night person, that's a hard one. And here I go thinking, and it's not gonna be in there. I'm both, y'all. I'm really both. Like, I like the night and I like the morning. I'm up early, and then I can also stay up late when it's not taxing. I do like to get my sleep these days, and I prioritize my sleep. So I guess nowadays I'm a morning person, but I'm that's really 50-50. I don't really have a preference. I like it all. I like the days. I like all parts of the days, the morning, midday, afternoon, evening, the sunset, the sunrise. I like it all. Cash App or Venmo. Zelle. I'm neither. Like, I'm a Zelle girl. I'm not a Venmo girl, and Cash App if needed. I'm really not a Venmo girl because Venmo is too op. Like, it's too much. Like, you seeing my transaction. It's too much of a community-based effect. I have stories about Venmo that's probably not so appropriate. So, music or podcast while driving. Music, typically these days I'm like doing more podcasts, more of my Bible studies, but usually it's music. But I think I'm going more towards podcasts. Summer or winter. Summer, that's very easy. Summer, let it shine. Even though I don't like it too hot because I sweat easily, y'all. And I want to see how this summer goes now that I did lose a substantial amount of weight, to see how my sweating goes. And if not, I'm going to the doctor. Like, if I am still sweating as much as I do, I'm going to the doctors for it because that's an issue I have. Like, I would love the summer more if I didn't sweat as easily as I do. Glasses or contacts. Glasses, because I have perfect vision. So I would have no need to put contacts on unless I want to change my eye color, which I did for one little period of time. But I like the look of glasses, and I do have my fair share of blue light glasses that I put on, you know, because I just like the look of frames at times, which I might put them on after this video. So I'm glad I reminded myself about that. Comedy or drama. I like a good drama. I do like a good drama because comedy, I don't think comedy is universal. Some of these comedy movies, it's just like, it's either you get it or you don't, or like it could be funny to some person but not funny to another. But I feel like with drama, if you're on the edge of the seat, like everyone's on the edge of their seat, like, you know, it's like, oh, what happened? I feel like everyone's like, what happened? Comedy, it depends on your humor level, you know. Lake or ocean. Ocean. I think lakes contain more mucky water. More, you know, I would look at one nonetheless, but I'm not getting in no lake. An ocean I would get into. A lake, I'm okay. Crunchy peanut butter or smooth. Either or. I don't really have a preference. My family tends to get smooth, but I don't have no issue with crunchy peanut butter. I kind of like the texture, if anything. Android or iPhone. iPhone, because I'm biased. I'm very biased, so yes. And all right, y'all, this is the end of the video. I thank you guys so much for watching, for staying tuned all the way, if you did. And if I did forget any questions that is piquing your interest when you look at me and say, I want to know this about you, comment it down, please, and I can get back to you on that. And I don't have no issues, no qualm expanding. You know, some things that I didn't expand on is because I probably know in the future I will make an in-depth, more, you know, video about it. And yeah, guys, if you liked what you heard about me, go ahead and subscribe if you want. there's no gun to your head, but hey, I would greatly appreciate it. And I hope you guys all have a marvelous day. I'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys later, and thank you for watching. Bye.